Katie, welcome to DITL.
Thanks.
We're
I love DITL. That's so hilarious.
Day in the life.
Yeah, I know.
So on DITL, we always start at the beginning of your day.
Okay.
Tell us, what time do you wake up and how do you get your day started?
Usually after I leave the house at 7:30, it's a toss-up. Every day is completely different. But if it's an office day, I work out at the office as well. So I'll squeak in a workout, and then usually by 9, I'm ready to go, whether that's staying at the office, I'm prepping for Michael's day there, or going, to the Bossticks house and just entering the gates of craziness and doing whatever Lauryn needs me to do there. So it could be organizing something. It could be working with her personal assistant on like a big project if we're making like a styling order for a trip for her coming up, or if she just needs help with, organizing her closet or anything like that at the house. I'm usually there to help, the personal assistant with that stuff. And all of Michael's business is obviously at the office. So running back and forth constantly, but it all gets done somehow. But I like to start with emails in the beginning of the day. I think it's just a good place to like, okay, where's the day going? Do I need to reschedule stuff? Is there anything that I need to jump on ASAP? Whatever. So that's where I start. And then my next thing after emails, and I brought this as a prop, is my beloved notebook.
It's so little.
It's so cute. So it's literally got like insane.
Those look like diary entries.
It's like my serial killer. It's my serial killer writing. But no, it's literally my priorities and my must check off the list things for the day.
Can you tell us today's list?
Yeah, I haven't had time to sit down and do it yet.
Or tell us yesterday's list?
Yeah, I have Lauryn wants me to help her with her Twitter and her threads. So we have that. I need to log in. I need to plan out some of her styling looks with her stylist for St. Barth's. They're going on a trip soon. We need to talk about New York. She wants to guest on a couple podcasts and catch a drink with a magazine editor. And we need to book some travel. And Michael's birthday is coming up, so we need to order that. And she has to test a potential new product and give feedback there. And yeah, it's mostly all Lauryn today. Michael and
How do you deal with that though? Because a lot of that is, some of that is actionable stuff for you.
Yes.
And a lot of it is stuff to do together.
Mm-hmm.
How do you, you and I are similar in the sense that we want a to-do list and we want to just start crossing things off and getting it done.
Yes.
How do you manage the urge to do that all and get it all done and cross it off versus the knowing that you have to take a beat and work with other people to accomplish it?
So Michael Bosstick gave me a good old classic boss employee conversation one day, and he was like, sometimes the things on your list are not on my list. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, like that. And I've never heard anyone say that before, but it makes so much sense. Because it's like, yes, I'm his assistant and I track his things that he needs to get done. But there is other layers to his job and his personal life and all the other ventures he's in that I have no idea what's going on. They're like the bank collapse. I'm like, hey, remember, you need to send Avery the downloads for March. And he's like, a bank is collapsing. That is not on my list right now. And I'm like, oh, I have no idea. So I think understanding that, yes, I have this list and I would love to cross things off, but a lot of those things on my list continue to jump today, that all for weeks sometimes.
So does that list then, let's say you're working on today's list, tomorrow's list.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just bring over, you rewrite the whole, every day, you rewrite the whole list?
If there's stuff that is not crossed off, it gets rewritten over and over and over again. And, Lauryn will be like, what's on your list? And I'll start with the ones that have been there for eons. Sometimes it feels, and we'll knock those out first. Or she'll be like, am I bottlenecking you on something? And I'm like, yes. I just need a simple answer, or, hey, try this product really quick. It'll take you 10 minutes. So I think, finding the time to where she's feeling like, at least on the Lauryn side, wanting to knock things out and get things done. I'm jumping all over that to try to cross some of these things off. But it's just, I've learned to be patient. And I think that's, as a career assistant, that's something that I want to always do, is evolve and be better and figure out how I can be more, accommodating, but also like not be too accommodating. And like we need to get things done, move things along. Michael and I have a 10-minute touch base once a week, like you guys do, and like that's really all that him and I need to knock things out. There's very few things that carry over with Michael. Like he's quick decision, like he doesn't need to think on things very long. He's like, yes, no, what's next? Where, Lauren's stuff is different. I don't know. It's not always a yes or no decision. So, yeah, it's tricky, but patience is the key, and it's something that I'm learning. It's probably the worst thing. I'm just the most impatient person to begin with. My husband would tell you that like every day. He can't stand it, but it's like I am trying to just chill, and it's hard, but it's again something I'm always like tweaking and tweaking, just turning the wrench.
How are you separating the like your time for yourself, while also managing the calendars of high functioning executives whose schedules may be constantly changing?
Yeah, I have this concept with them that I tell them this, I tell everyone this, and I just told Rosalie this. It's sleep when the baby sleeps. So when they're at the gym, I'm at the gym. Or if Michael and Lauryn are in a podcast right now, and then we're doing this right now. Like I'm trying to kind of take advantage of the pockets where I know they are occupied, or like if Lauryn has glam, or if she has a doctor's appointment, or if Michael has like a massage or whatever, I'm trying to take those pockets and utilize them for myself somehow. And that can even be like a lunch break or whatever. But yes, I'm always checking my phone because I'm a lunatic. But I do try to kind of pace with them. When they're busy, I'm taking advantage of that time where I know they're not on their phone and that they're not going to need me or anything. There's still stuff at the house that I would get phone calls from maybe, but as far as that can wait for 5, 10, 30 minutes however much time I need left to finish a workout. But I don't make them wait, so I'm like always punching back if they're hitting me up during a workout. So
everyone, I think, has questions about the calendar and calendar management.
Oh my God.
Specifically, what app or apps you're using, and the getting everyone organized in the team, and how you are managing that personally and professionally.
Yes. So it's Google Calendar. That's it. And it's like really disappointing. And probably for some people who love organization, and I'm sure there's a beautiful solution out there that I just haven't like loved yet. I've tried a few things. Like I know our team uses Asana. It's just not really built for what I need. And I think between a notes app, a shared note, I love a shared note. So like with Lauryn, if she's like, hey, I have 500 things that I need to talk to you about, and I don't have time for her to list these things out, I'll be like, hey, here's a shared note, make a checklist for me, and I'll check it, in a little while or whatever, if I'm running around with Michael or whatever it might be. So shared notes, fabulous to track, to-dos or whatever. The calendar, like I said, it's all Google Cal. So it's very color coordinated.
I've seen glimpses of the calendar. It. How many colors are on there?
Every color that is available is being utilized. I don't have one color that I don't use. So, that includes my personal.
Get this girl some custom colors.
Well, you can make custom colors, but it's like, it only shows up on your end. So like, it doesn't really help me because Michael and Lauryn both know, like, if this is a color, this is what it means. So like, for instance, Michael's scheduling calendar for work is in green. And again, he might have different colors on his end. I don't even know. But all of their family stuff is in like a bright pink. And then all of Michael and Lauryn's stuff. So like if they're needing to record ads or something, obviously that's something they're both doing, then that's in purple. And then all their travel is in the peacock color, like the bright blue. And then Lauryn just changed her mind on a couple of her colors. We just did a little audit, but all of her calls are in the blueberry color, the dark blue. And then their workouts, I think I already said, are in yellow. Glam or any spa or wellness stuff is in the lighter pink. I mean, I could go on and on. And my personal stuff is in poop brown.
Just because is it on the same calendar? Like you're viewing all of them.
Yes. Yeah. I put mine in poop brown, so it just sticks way out of all the other beautiful like rainbow colors. It's just my junky personal schedule, in between all of that. But yeah, it's very specific. And like if something is not in the right color, like sometimes it can get confusing. So I'm pretty psycho about the color coordination part of the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like if Lauren goes, "Hey, what does my day look like tomorrow?" I have to uncheck all of Michael's calendars and mine so she's not overwhelmed, because when I turn that phone and show her, she's like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "Yep, this is my brain."
Do you use the Gmail app? Do you use the iCal, like on your phone? What?
I don't use iCal. It's just not super friendly with Google. I don't know. I feel like I've tried it initially, like when I first started working for them, and it wasn't syncing fast enough. So I'm all Gmail app, Google Cal, like all on one side of Google with everything, instead of letting Apple kind of get in the mix, because it gets tricky.
Mm-hmm.
But and then as far as Michael's stuff is relatively easy in the calendar. It's pretty straightforward. Lauren's the one with she likes to calendar minute to the minute to the minute to the minute. Michael will be like, Michael might be reading at 8 a.m., but that's not necessarily in his calendar. It's just blank. So Lauren likes to see every single step of her day in the calendar. And he doesn't really do a lot of that.
How do you work through that during the day of the control and the organization and the tendencies of that, and knowing that things are coming from a million different directions? Is there anything that you, Katie, have to do as an individual to ground yourself for the day, or things that help you work through the craziness?
Yes. I'm really into breath work, only because I can do that while I'm driving. I can do that while I'm sitting in a Zoom call, if I'm not on camera, or if I'm muted the whole time and I'm just sitting there breathing. You would never know.
What is that? What does breath work look like or
it's
sound
so
like for you?
Simple. I think they call it box breathing. I just breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, and let it out for 4. And it's all through the nose if I'm on a Zoom call, obviously. But if I can have some quiet time, or I don't even care if it's quiet, to be honest, it could literally be anywhere, at a stoplight, and I really, really focus on breath, and I have it in my brain that I'm oxygenating my stress, and it just melts off. So lots of breath work.
How often? How many times? How many times a day are you doing breath work?
Maybe 5 to 6 times a day.